Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to Odoo for Beginners. Today in this session we are going to clear up a common confusion that when we have to configure cost of goods sold account on product category or product, or when we have to configure expense account on product or product category. This is quite confusing for non-accounting consultants, for implementers and for the end users also. So without wasting the time, let's jump to the database by considering the one real example. Okay, so here I have configured the two company. One is the COGS and another is the expense company. I will do the same example. I will create one product. In that product, I will configure the COGS account for this company. And for that product, I will configure that expense account for this company. We will check, we will do the transaction, and we will check what's the impact on the profit and loss. This will not roadblocker for any implementation, but because of this difference, it will be impact, it will be presentation view, and it will be reporting of our profit and loss. Okay, so before do any transactions, make sure that Anglo-Saxon Accounting activity, and second, you must use that automated valuation. Okay, now let's jump to the database. I am just opening my product that I have created. I have created that product. Let me jump to that product, which is my laptop. Yeah, its sales price is 15,000 and cost is the 7,000. Now what I am going to do, let's check the product category. In the product category we have mentioned that this account is the cost of goods sold. Okay, and this is my automated valuations. Now what I am going to do, so let me purchase it from my vendor. So I am going to do the purchase. Let's check that. Okay, let me make it quite smaller. I'm doing purchase. I'm selecting my vendor. My product is laptop, and this one I'm removing the taxes for simplifications. I'm just going to confirm it, receiving the products, and I'm making those inward in my warehouse. So let me open that delivery and validate. Now my products are in my stock. Now I am preparing the sales order. There is a demand from my customer, which is a customer 1. That product is laptop. We are going to deliver this product with that 15,000 and just going to confirm this. Okay, now here delivery is created. We are just going to validate it. Now we are just going to create the invoice. Regular invoice is there, and I'm just putting it as a confirm. This is the transactions. Now let's check the profit and loss. Okay, if I will jump to the accounting, let me go to the accounting. In the accounting itself, in the reporting, if I will check the profit and loss, let me make it quite bigger. Here you can see that our revenue, that income account, which is my product sales, here as we have delivered with that 15,000, make the invoice for 15,000. Here you can see that the 15,000 is here with the product sales. Total revenue is 15,000. But here you can see that cost of revenue. Now that is my 7,000, as I have configured the cost of revenue as an expense account in that product category. So based on that, the 7,000 is related with the related cost for making that revenue. So gross profit is 15,000 minus 7,000 is 8,000. So if I will open my spreadsheet, I have made the conclusion over here that based on that 7,000 will be the under the cost of goods sold section in the profit and loss. So your revenue minus COGS is the 8,000. So here it separates the product related cost from your day-to-day expense. This will be clear by doing one transaction in the another company. Okay, so here we can make a sense that the gross profit is the 8,000. Okay, now let me make to the jump to the expense company. This is my expense company. Let me make it the quite smaller, and in that I am just opening that product category where I have mentioned that, let me open that product category. I have mentioned that this is now not COGS, this is my expense. Now let's check the difference. Let's check the impact on the product profit and loss. I'm just going to purchase it. It's the same transactions. Now I'm purchasing from the vendor 1. That product is laptop. So laptop is that. With that 7,000, we are just going to confirm it. Receiving the products. Now stock is in our warehouse. the demand from my customer. So what I'm going to do, sales is there. I'm just going to create a sales order. My customer I'm selecting. My product is laptop. What is the thing? 15,000. Just going to confirm. Delivery. I'm going to validate. And now I'm just going to create the invoice. Regular invoice is there. Invoice that is there. And I'm just going to confirm. Here we have mentioned that expense account is not cost of goods sold. That expense account is my expense account. So if I will check the accounting, and in accounting I will check the profit and loss. Let me jump to the profit and loss. Here you can see that revenue is 15,000 and the gross profit is 15,000, as your 7,000 is mixed with other expenses. Let me make it more clear with creating one bill. That I am just going to create one bill here, that is regarding with rent. That bill is not, that expense is not related with the revenue of that product itself. So here I am making that rent, and that is my 4,000. And if I am putting as a bill date by today and making the confirmation, now if I will check that profit and loss, so here you can see that your expense 11,000, your 7,000 is mixed up with that 4,000. So you don't know, that is you can't know that what is the expense related with that product itself. So your gross profit here, it will be a 15,000, where in this case your gross profit is your 7,000, as here your expense is mixed with the other expenses. So if you are doing if you are purchasing your mobile for that your personal usage, then it will be not your cost of goods sold, as it is your personal expense. But because of this expense, because of this configuration, that product cost is mixed up with your other expense. Okay, so now for that more conclusion, I have prepared that sits that because of that configurations, that COGS will separate your product related costs from your day-to-day operating expense. Okay, but now here you can see that in this section you can find that your profit, your gross profit is 15,000, where in the COGS case it's 8,000. So for more, here you can see that when we have to configure those product as a COGS or expense. Let me make it quite bigger. So if the stockable product that you are going to resell, that you have that trading business, you are purchasing from your vendor and you are delivering to yourself, your customers, then you have to use that COGS account. Some internet services, that is you are not going to make the revenue of that product. If you are purchasing your mobile, that is your for personal usage, then you have to make that account as expense account. Manufacturing components, of course we have to make it as a COGS account, as that products are used for making that revenue generations, and internally company use, that of course your expense account. So that is not your road blocker. Okay, that configuration will not road blocking for your implementing the Odoo, but because of this proper configuration, you can find your profit and loss reporting perfectly. Okay, you can do from your sides, and let us know if you have any queries. We are happy to help you. Thank you everyone.